All right, I was muted. Good morning. Good morning. I hope that you guys can hear me and see me okay. I hope that you are having a fantastic Thursday today. We are close to the end of the week, or as we say in Portugal, o fim da semana. So I want to bring a very important subject to you guys today, talking about folks who say that contracts don't matter until it does. Okay, so we're going to get into the nitty gritty of this conversation today. So I have a quick question for you. Have you ever been so excited to close a deal only to be disappointed, ghosted, or underpaid? That is the reality for many, many people. All right. I'm Savannah Burrows, the owner and founder of the S.L. Burrows Law Firm, and we represent multi 7, 8 figure entrepreneurs, high growth entrepreneurs, speakers, and athletes, creators, all who are trying to build a legacy by starting with their business. Okay. And so we help protect these individuals with legal strategy, legal representation, contracts, intellectual property, filings and representation, litigation at the state level and federal level. So here's the thing about thinking your contract doesn't matter until it does. First off, I know the feeling. Okay. I know the feeling that you may have already gone through, that you possibly are dealing with right now. But let me just share this with you guys because I've worked with professional athletes, high powered speakers, and high growth creators who thought that at some point their contract was only a formality until someone broke it. Okay. And so, what I don't want is for you to make the mistake that many high growth CEOs make. And sometimes people say, well, kind of got to go through the fire and get the feel of things until you get to a certain level in your business. Well, listen, I don't want you to even have to experience any of this stuff. Okay. I want you to start right now knowing that your contract actually, it does matter. It does matter. And I don't want you to wait until something happens to say, oh, well, I didn't think I needed that. All right. Listen, when your brand starts to grow, people assume that you've got your team handling everything. And for some of you, maybe your team does handle a lot of issues for you. However, it is so important that you understand your contract, that you understand your deal, that you understand the obligations that you have in that deal and what the other party also has promised to deliver and have obliged themselves to do. All right. I have reviewed deals for 7 figure, 8 figure clients where the contract was vague, potentially unenforceable. And sometimes I've seen contracts that have been just straight out copied from Google, meaning there have been no additions, amendments whatsoever to turn that Google template contract into their own. So guess what happens? These individuals tend to lose revenue. They're not protected, and sometimes their reputation gets tanked. Now, we already know if you have created a successful business, your reputation is everything. It takes years and years and years and years and years to build your reputation, but it only takes seconds for someone to destroy it. And sometimes when you're dealing with contractual issues, contractual disputes, deal disputes, your reputation can be tanked. And you don't want that to happen. All right. Now, I had a client that told me that they lost 20,000 simply because their contract didn't outline key payment terms. Okay, it didn't clearly outline these terms. I had a client that lost over 60,000 that we took to a 12-man jury because their contract, it missed so many key elements and there was not an attorney at the beginning of this deal making process to ensure that their interests were protected. All right. I've represented a client that has lost 350,000 US dollars on a contract that they thought existed, but turns out that contract was completely unenforceable. All right. You want to make sure that your contract have teeth for enforcement. So if you had a blueprint would you handle your contracts differently? If you had a blueprint, would you handle your contracts differently? And that's a question I really want you to ask yourself as I continue to expound on some of these issues. All right. Now, here's the thing, I have set up a solution to help entrepreneurs like you, to help entrepreneurs like the ones that I just previously spoke about, one that has lost over 20,000, one that lost over 60,000, one that lost 350,000. What if you were in those shoes? What if you are in that position right now, trying to figure out, how do I safeguard my resources? How do I ensure that I am pulling in the revenue that I need to continue to have a team, to continue to have support staff, to continue this process of my deal making? Because your deals are the things that are potentially running that business, right? If you don't have revenue, you can't invest in people, which is at the heart of your company. You probably can't invest in other investment strategies to help your business to continue to flow and to multiply that revenue base. All right. So this is why I created the Get Paid on Time, the no drama blueprint for CEOs, high growth CEOs like you. This is also why I created the no drama VIP group strategy session, because you want a tight, strategic legal experience where you can be walked through how to protect your business without needing to pay a $50,000 retainer if that's not what you want. Okay. Now, I'm going to say this, the Get Paid on Time blueprint is completely free to you guys. If you want this enforcement strategy right now, you can go to bit.ly/get paid on time to download this blueprint. And it walks you through the stages of enforcing the terms of your contract. Yes, I've said this before, you may have to escalate issues up to litigation counsel if the other party does not want to conform to their obligations that have already been set out in the contract. But this enforcement does help you to be able to present the issue in a very thoughtful, peaceful, amicable, if you will, relationship type manner, so that you can preserve not only your reputation and your goodwill, but so that you can preserve that professional working relationship within this contract, because you don't know what bridge you may have to cross later, right? And sometimes there could just be a simple mistake or an oversight from the other party. And so you want to make sure that you have a way to walk this thing up in terms of your enforcement contract. Now, if you are one of those people that want to prevent issues before they happen, I have a solution for you. If you are one of those people who are already in this process, I have a solution for you guys, and it is called the No Drama VIP strategy session. All right. So as I stated before, this is a tight strategic legal experience where I'm going to be walking a small group of entrepreneurs through how to protect their businesses without needing to pay a $50,000 retainer if you don't want to. Okay. The purpose of this VIP strategy is so that you can see where some of the gaping holes and loops are in your deals. And we're going to be going through contract provisions, going through real issues and examples of how to tighten this language up in addition to the enforcement type practices. Okay. This is not a strategy session where I'm going to teach you how to be a lawyer. I'm not going to do that. All right. I cannot teach you how to be a lawyer. But this is a strategy session so that you can understand how to really stand out in front as the CEO, as the boss of your company, and make real strategic decisions based and rooted in law that will safeguard your business, safeguard your deals, and safeguard the revenue that you are receiving from closing these deals. Okay. And so when you understand how your contracts work, when you understand how deal making works, when you understand how enforcement works, you are able to multiply your revenue. And if we're talking about building and creating legacy, well, then we have to protect what we have at the foundation. Okay. And legal is one of those things. It's at the foundation of your legacy. All right. So here's what I'm doing this week, only for 4 days, and it is releasing, launching, whatever word you want to use. Today, I am doing a flash sale for the VIP session. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly how to get into the session because I have some goodies that I am giving away for free. Yes, I said free, FREE. So this week only, I'm giving away 5 of my top performing contract templates to the first 5 people that sign up and attend the VIP strategy session. All right. Now, I have never given away my contracts for free. No, these are not contracts that I pulled from Google. These are contracts that I have drafted, reviewed, or negotiated. And let me tell you this, on top of that, these are also contracts that I went back through to review and to rewrite and to put them in a template format for you so that you can put them into your business. Now, I will say, you still have to read the contract. Just because they are attorney drafted and attorney reviewed doesn't mean that you can just pop it in and don't look at it. You have to format it so that it protects your business and protect the key issues that you're trying to cover. All right. Now, these templates have helped CEOs to close deals, get paid on time, and also to not get ghosted. Right. It's also helped them to protect their intellectual property. So if you are a high level creator who has used products to generate revenue in your business, well, you're going to also want some of these contracts that are going to help you to protect the intellectual property that you have in the inside of your business. All right. So here's how you get into my email system so that you can also get the opportunity to receive these 5 free contracts. First off, download the No Drama Contract Enforcement Blueprint. All right. This is basically the get paid on time blueprint. It's free. It is completely free. And I walk you through these 3 levels of contract enforcement and also provide you with some sample language that you can use completely free. The link is at the bottom of my screen. Go to bit.ly/get paid on time in all caps, and it will take you directly to the page where you can download it. Now, once you've downloaded that, you will be in my email system and you will be invited to register for our VIP strategy session. This is a very high level, small group VIP session. And when you register and you attend the session, you will receive those 5 contract templates that I have drafted, reviewed, or negotiated and have re-reviewed to format them into a template for you to use. All right. These are attorney drafted and reviewed contracts. These are not templates pulled from Google. Okay. All right. Now, once you do that, like I said, you'll be in my email system and you'll be invited to register for the VIP strategy session. So when is this session happening? It is going to take place virtually on June 14th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That would be 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right. And you will receive a link where that's going to be so that you can be in the room. What I would suggest is that if you do decide to register for the VIP session within these next 4 days, because that's how long this flash sale will be, I would suggest that you bring a contract with you that has caused you some issues, things that maybe you've tried to enforce but have been unsuccessful in enforcing them, because we're going to be diving into these issues. My goal is for you to get high level support so that you can close the gaps in your business, close the gaps in your pocketbook, because we don't want money and coins, just leaking out everywhere. But I want to help you to close those gaps so that you can continue to build on the legacy that you've already started. All right. One thing I want you to keep in mind is that people always talk about building legacy, but legacy doesn't stand a chance if your contracts don't. Right. This is your time to build smarter. So get the blueprint, register for the VIP session the next 4 days. Make sure that you are in the room so that you can get your 5 contracts for free. Y'all, I have never given away my contracts for free. Read my lips. Never have I given away my contracts for free. This is your opportunity to get that. The investment for the VIP session is $495 compared to $2,500, which is the retail value, and compared to a baseline of $10,000 that some people lose just for having a bad contract. All right. I've seen people lose as little as 10,000. I've seen people lose as much as 400,000 because of bad contracts. All right. Don't let this be you. Go to the link, download the blueprint. It's completely free at bit.ly/get paid on time, all caps, bit.ly/get paid on time. Make sure that you register for the VIP strategy session. Once you're in my system, you'll be invited to register for that, where you'll also have the opportunity to receive 5 contracts that I have drafted for you. All right. So guys, I hope this has supported you. Don't be that person that say the contract doesn't matter until it does. Let's start putting ourselves in a position to actually build a legacy by working smarter and not harder. All right. I'm Savannah DeBarros, the attorney of S. L. DeBarros Law Firm. And until next time, guys, I'll check you later. Bye.